Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy, and I just want to pull messages from Spirit this morning. I've been going through a lot. Um, so I feel like I needed to hop on, and maybe people need to hear that. Things are shifting, and sometimes we have to be the catalyst to help people learn, even though it's not our intention. But it is my intention to be a channel for Spirit, so that I'm a tool for God, and so I'm kind of messy here and all that, but I don't really care today. Just gonna pull through a couple messages. I just did my hair too, so I mean, I feel like everybody's just transitioning. Maybe you've been in, what am I trying to say? I feel like some of us have been in serious downtime. Like, Spirit has really just been keeping us in training. I feel like people that are, this message is going to resonate for. You're the person that's been working really hard on yourself, and I feel like the dark night of the soul, you've been just through it over and over and over. And yeah, we're doing this, working on forgiveness. Not only are we learning how to forgive other people, forgive people that harmed us, so that we don't carry that nastiness forward. We don't forgive people for them. We forgive people for us, so that we can have freedom, so that we can let that situation go, so that love can come in, right? Really forgive yourself. And you know what's really, really, really crazy is look at her hair color and my hair color. And that is so funny because I just did my hair like 2 days ago. I had let my hair just be gray and silver and brown, but I did my hair red again. And it took me like 5 minutes to make that decision too, but I feel like I am trusting my intuition, even with my hair color. Like, I'm literally just trusting God, trusting my intuition, trusting my God, not my God, but my guides is what I was trying to say. I'm trying to read and speak at the same time. It doesn't work. Reconciliation. So some of us are going to be reconciling. I feel like Spirit really wants us to listen to our heart right now. Not everybody has a calling on their heart. And I feel that very strongly in my heart center right now. Not everybody has a calling on their heart like we do. Not everybody has a spiritual calling, okay? I feel like people have a mission and a plan for their life, obviously. But not everybody has a spiritual path. And I feel like if you're listening, this is going to resonate with you because we're on a spiritual path together. Home. I feel like Spirit is really getting this put together for you. The universe is working behind the scenes to get things done. A lot of us are being called home. And I don't mean leaving this planet. I mean, we're being called home to our loved ones, to our soul family, to our union. If you have a union, we're being called. And we're being called to be happy. I love that. I love that. And passion. Look at this. It's that fiery color. See, that's what I was drawn to because I was in need of grounding. I believe if this resonates with you, then you are being called to ground, get outdoors. We're being called to go home to our soul tribe, follow our heart space. And I feel like if you haven't been able to have your heart space open, that is going to happen. And unfortunately, people who aren't able to open your heart, it's going to probably get broken open. I'm feeling for some people. I got strength. Strength. Look at the cubs. I believe they are lion cubs. So I feel like you've been tending to yourself. You've been tending to your children, right? And I feel like now Spirit's really gonna shine. She's saying this is feminine energy coming through. I feel a very strong feminine energy, fiery feminine energy coming through. It's very strong. There's a lot of passion there that's been dormant. I feel like if you've been hiding your feelings and emotions for a long time, it's going to be real hard to hide them here real soon. And like I said, I feel like the universe is really working behind the scenes, because this message is for people who have been working on themselves, doing the work, doing the shadow work. You've been through some things. Maybe you've been through some rapes. Maybe you are labeled as mentally ill. Maybe you have addiction issues. And Spirit is saying that everything that you've been through, forgive, reconcile the best you can, so that you can clear that intuition, and that passion will start coming out. It'll start flowing. It will. I have ADHD, so I'm just like constantly moving around. But see, that's like the labels they give you, you know? There's nothing wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. You've always been exactly where you were meant to be. And if you are called to listen to this message, then you've been through a lot. And you've been through lack. You've been through... you've just worked really hard your entire life, I feel. I feel like you've been through a lot. Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to let that go, and to have different expectations on your life, because you've been in transition. You probably haven't even been working on all 8 cylinders at 100%, all right? Some of you have been dissociated like I have, because the trauma and the pain that started coming up was just too much for you, so you just dissociated from it. And when we dissociate, we basically are just kind of, our spirit astral travels. That's coming through really strong. Let's see, let's switch cards here. Let's see, what messages need to come through, please, Spirit? What messages need to come through? I feel like patience is really, really, really Not to, don't pray for patience. Don't pray for patience or ask for patience. Choose to be patient. Choose to allow spirit to work. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop trying to have control over everything. Guilty. Expect the best case scenario, regardless of your situation right now, even if you can't see it. Exactly. Even if you can't see it, the Six of Wands is like, we've made it. We are celebrating. So keep following your intuition. Spirit is saying, exactly. Stop trying to have control over everything. You don't need to control everything. Stop it. I don't know who needs to hear this. Me. I do try to control everything. I like to control everything and know how everything is going to work out, down to the tiniest little detail. And Spirit is saying, stop that because of the expectations. It's slowing the progress down a little bit. That one wanted to fly out. Yes, Source. I tried to record like 3 times before, and I couldn't get into flow. Like, I was like, and it didn't sound right or whatever. So I started it 3 times, but this came out. Source, and this is that fiery energy again with that red and orange colors. And I feel like Source really is trying to reach out to you and ask you to just continue to follow your heart and do what you like to do. Do what you want to do. Do what causes you to feel good. The best case scenario. The highest vibration, the highest frequency. This is the Ten of Cups, by the way. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. I feel like if you're listening, you have a lot of good things coming. I don't feel like you need to. Yeah, exactly. You're coming to a point with the Nine of Pentacles here that you're getting to the point where everything is coming into fruition. And your crops are flourishing is what I'm getting. Everything that you've been working on is going to come in. It's going to pay off in the end here real soon. I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 weeks or months maybe. I don't even feel like it's months. I feel like it's weeks. We're down to weeks here. Playfulness. And that again with that fiery energy. See, I love it. And then I got going with the flow. The Ace of Cups. Spirit is saying that go with the flow. Try to have the best attitude. Try to have the best attitude. Carry yourself as if you don't have any worries. Act as if love yourself. I don't know who needs to hear that. You need to love yourself. Love on yourself. Especially if love isn't around you all the time. And I got mind. I feel like you're in your mind a lot. Yeah. I dropped it right on top of control. You don't need to know how it plays out. You don't need to know how it plays out. Spirit has this. This was, you conspired with Source before you came into this lifetime. You conspired with Source before you came here. So you literally need to try to stay out of your head, is what Spirit's trying to say. Relax, go with the flow. And experiencing is on the bottom of the deck there. 3 of Wands. And experiencing, let me see here. let's do this. What other messages need to come through, Spirit? What other messages need to come through, please? I don't know who needs to hear this, but what came to mind when I was mixing is fond memories, like happy memories. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but maybe try to write in a journal some fond memories, memories that made you feel good, memories of hope, right? Memories of hope, but also hoping for the future. Okay, and I just saw 555 on there. Well, 1555. And this is card 27 or 9, which is significant. You guys also got fragment. So I feel like if you're here and you're listening to this message, you may need to clear your throat chakra too. But when we experience trauma, heartbreak, abandonment, mistreatment, abuse, neglect, our soul has a tendency to fragment. And you can do a soul fragment, like you can call those fragments back to you and also release fragments that don't belong to you. If you're interested, I can put a video down below, or if you're or I can do it with you. Either way, but that's something that you can do with your guidance. I feel like if you have stumbled upon this message, then you've already been working a spiritual path, and you need to follow things through. Conclusion card, it has the beginning, right? Chapter 1, the beginning, but it also all the way to the end. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to follow through with your plans. And I got the High Priestess of Water, which is our water signs. What is it? Aquarius, Pisces. What's the other water sign? I don't know. Scorpio. Right? Pisces. What's the other one? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, that's fine. So maybe water sign is I am a Pisces rising. And you know, going with the flow, that really just reminds me of like Watchers. So I feel like some of you are being called to go spend time in water. And I got High Priestess of Earth too. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I love it. What else, Spirit? Spirit's saying to focus on what's in front of you too. And do meditation. I don't know who's... We're being called to meditate more. I'm guilty of not meditating. I'll go days without meditating. When I'm pulling through messages, though, it's like I'm channeling, so invisible. And that's another 7. This is also a 7. 27, or 25, sorry, which adds to 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 sevens. 4 and 3 is 7 too. We're being called to meditate, actually, but meditate with an intention. I don't know who needs to hear this. Meditate with intention. So if you're going into a meditation, just random, actually for a change, set an intention for an outcome with the meditation. And you don't necessarily need meditation music. You don't need a ceremony or anything. Just sit with that intention as long as you can, as long as you have, even if it's a few minutes a day. And Spirit is saying, do it and see what happens. Like a test. Like, test me. And 16. Invisible. You're not going to be invisible very much longer. Spirit is saying that you're going to be seen. You're going to be heard. You were meant to heal yourself. And I got fulfillment on the bottom. See? You were meant to heal yourself. Forgive. Move on. Do the shadow work. And let all of that go so that you could free your soul. Spirit saying, so that you could be in your divine, in your divinity. Sorry. This is so you could be in your divinity. And for the greatest good of all. Denial, yeah. I've struggled with this a lot, you guys. I'm going through some personal stuff. I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to I don't talk bad about people. There's a lot of good and bad in people. I don't focus on just one side, okay? But a lot of us are in denial about the people that are around us. You need to listen to your heart because not everybody in our life is meant to stay. And sometimes we're the catalyst that helps them on their ascension process. So if you're denying yourself, your truth, your voice, what your feelings are on the inside, Spirit saying, even if you don't say anything, it's the end of it. That's the end of the denial. You'll no longer can deny it. Spirit is saying it's going to be so blatant in your face that you're going to literally walk in on someone cheating, or you're literally going to have that phone call, just boom, or that job interview, you're just going to get hired on the spot. Undeniable, right? So don't be in denial. Follow your heart because you know what's right. Spirit says you know what's right already. You already know. And I'm going to get some final messages here. I just wanted to do a quick message. So hang on one second. Final messages from Spirit. Make a choice. Make a choice and trust that universe is going to be there with everything that you need on the other side. Do not make a decision and expect it to fail. Instead, take that negative feedback, thought that you got, and just do a binding on it and follow it up with a positive one. So if you have a lot of negative self-talk, Spirit is saying, turn it into a positive one by binding it and then following it up with a positive one, okay? So let's just say, I had this exam. I'm going to do horrible on this exam. No, I'm actually going to do freaking amazing on this exam, and I bind the negative thought. See? Boom. 2424 on the clock. It's going to be amazing. Regardless of what happens, regardless of whatever choices you make, it's going to be good regardless. And you need to stop expecting it to be negative and expect it to be good instead. Okay? Set a goal. Set a goal. Make a choice. You're being asked to move. You are being asked to move. Whoever needs to hear this, whoever's listening, Spirit's telling you to move. And trust your guidance, even if it's painful. because it has to happen, okay? And if you don't make the choice, it's going to happen regardless, because Spirit's only going to let you mess around for so long, and then it just doesn't work anymore, you know? Inner child, that's that playfulness energy that we saw earlier. And I feel like Spirit's really asking us to heal. And maybe you've been healing your inner child. And now, I mean, you also need to remember that you have an inner teen and young adult. The older you are, to heal, trust me. I've had to heal my inner teenager because my parents were extremely toxic when I was a teenager. I mean, they were toxic as a kid too, but it just built up to a point where I could not. It wasn't acceptable to my soul, and so I had to rebel. And I feel like some of us are doing that now as an adult. Follow that heart, follow that feeling, you guys. Now is not the time for doubting, because you already know what you're supposed to do. I don't know if you needed to hear this. You know, if it hits you and it resonates, then you already know what to do. You just need to trust. Do what's in front of you. Do the next thing. Follow up. Follow your heart. Trust the path that's in front of you. God has you. You know? God has you. The universe will make a way. You conspired with the universe before you came here, so you don't have any reason to doubt. All that's doing is causing it's what did Feel Good say? He said, worrying is wishing for things that you don't want. And I will never forget that. So I hope this resonated with you guys, and please like and subscribe, share me. Peace out. Have a good day, guys.